Now I am telling you the remaining part of the factors affecting the photoelectric effect. Before that, I have told you about the two factors which affect the photoelectric effect. One, the intensity of the incident radiation. Second, the frequency of the incident radiation. And now I will tell you the third and fourth factor. That one is the potential difference at the anode plate. So now let us see that what happens when the intensity of the incident radiation is kept constant and the potential difference is buried. So now let us study the factor of the potential difference that affect the photoelectric effect. So now third factor. Potential difference between cathode and anode. So now let us have, when there is no potential on the anode, when anode is at zero potential, zero potential. It means that potential is not applied on the anode. It is found that there is photocurrent. It means that the electron emitted from the cathode are reaching at the anode. So they are giving the photocurrent. It means that some photoelectron are reaching at anode plate and providing the photocurrent. Because till there is no electron on the anode, no electron reaches to the anode plate, there will be no current at all. But it is being observed that when the anode plate is at zero potential, even there is the photocurrent. It means that there are the electrons of higher energy which are getting moved, so they are reaching at the anode plate, and this is giving you the photocurrent. So at zero potential there is a photocurrent. Now when this potential, the anode is given the positive potential and it is increased, this I have taken now number one part. Now second, when anode is given positive potential, and it is increased. It is increased. It is observed that the initially the photocurrent increases. And becomes constant. Called saturated current. Saturated current. So what is that? When the positive potential on the anode is increased, initially the photocurrent increases. And becomes constant. It means that as the potential is increased, more and more electrons are attracted by the positive plate. So the number of electrons reaching on the anode plate increases. Because of that, the current also increases. Now when the rate of emission of the electron is equal to the rate of receiving of the electron by the anode plate, then the current becomes constant. It means that there is a no more electron which is left on the cathode. So whatever the electron rate is that of the emitted from the cathode plate is same as the rate of receiving of the electron by the anode plate, then the current becomes constant. This is called the saturated current. So in case of saturation, no photoelectron is left on the cathode. Now if however the intensity is increased, then this saturated current can be increased. Called saturated current. Which depends upon intensity of incident radiation. It means that if we change the intensity, then saturated current will increase. This is what that when we have taken the positive voltage that is increased on the anode plate. Suppose the anode plate is given the negative potential, then what will happen? The negative potential will repel the electron. So the photocurrent will decrease. Now I am taking third part. If anode is at negative potential, negative potential, the photocurrent decrease because photoelectrons are repelled by the plate by negative potential. If suppose this negative potential is increased, then the photocurrent will decrease, and at a certain negative potential, this will be zero. As negative potential is increased, the photocurrent decreases and becomes zero at certain negative potential. Which is called cutoff potential or stopping potential. So what happens? As the negative potential increases, the photocurrent decreases and it becomes zero at a certain negative potential, which is called the threshold, which is called the cutoff potential or the stopping potential or the stopping voltage. So this stopping voltage is the measure of the kinetic energy of the electron. So now let us see the graph. Now if we have this, I take the graph. This is now zero potential. This is now applied potential. And this on this side we take the photocurrent. Photocurrent on this side. This is now positive potential. Here is the negative potential. Then we can see that like this. The current increases. Now then this becomes constant. It is now constant. No more increasing. If we are having the, suppose this is the intensity I1. This is I1. Suppose I take next one. Like this. This is now suppose I2. This is now I3. This is now cutoff voltage. V0. V0, cutoff voltage. This is a saturated current. When this graph becomes parallel to potential axis, it means that current is saturated. So when this intensity is increased, I1, I2, I3, this I1 is more than I2, more than I3. So this is in the increasing order. I3 is the maximum one, then this intensity, this photocurrent also increases. So this is the saturated current. So when the frequency is kept constant, then this cutoff voltage is the same. Let V0 equal to stopping voltage, then this stopping voltage is the measure of the kinetic energy of the photoelectron. Stopping voltage is the measure of kinetic energy of photoelectron. It means that if I take this V0, then the kinetic energy, this is equal to half mv square, then this half mv square is equal to E V0. So we can calculate the velocity V equal to 2 E V0 upon m. This is now so much. Here m the mass of the electron, V the velocity of electron, where m equal to mass of electron and V equal to velocity of electron. So this is what we can measure the velocity of the electron, and this stopping voltage depends on the frequency of the incident radiation. For different frequencies, this stopping voltage is different. So this is a factor that affects the photoelectric effect. So as we are having the intensity, just by increasing the intensity of the incident radiation, then the saturated current increases. The saturated current increases by increasing intensity of radiation. Intensity of radiation. तो हम यहाँ पर देख रहे हैं कि इसमें I3 का मान ज़्यादा है I2 से और इसका मान ज़्यादा है इससे. तो I3 इसमें मैक्सिमम है. So here we are taking this I3 greater than I2 and greater than I. So when this graph becomes parallel to the potential axis, then the current is constant. This is called the saturated current. Or the slope of the graph is 0, we can see. the slope of graph is 0 at saturated current. Saturated current. So this stopping voltage depends upon the frequency. This I will also telling you to this. The stopping voltage depends upon the frequency of incident radiation. So this is what the graph that shows you the variation of the current with the help of this. So this we have taken when the intensity is constant, then the stopping voltage is the same, and the saturated current will differ with the by changing the intensity of the incident radiation. But if suppose the intensity so now we can have a graph for different, suppose the intensity is the same, and then we vary this factor. So here we will have a, now let us see the graph. Here we have zero. This is now positive. This is now anode potential. And here this is now negative. This is now photocurrent. Current on this side, so that we can see to this one. Then we can show to this. This is now V01, this is now V02, this is now V03, V03. So this shows that this frequency is different one. This is now suppose frequency, here we have the frequency of incident radiation. This is now suppose nu 1. This is nu 2. So I think the graphs must be somewhat like this. This I show you like this. This I show you like this. This I show you like this. This is now B01, this is now B02, this is B03. This is now suppose new 1, this is new 2, this is new 3. New 3. So this new 3 is more. This B frequency in new 3 greater than new 2 greater than new 1. So as the frequency increases, cutoff voltage increases. So this B01, this is now B02, this is now B03. This is now suppose minus 1, this is now suppose minus 2, this is now suppose minus 3. Then this is increasing on this side. So as this way are increasing, then there is photocurrent also increasing. This is now saturated current. Saturated current. Saturated. Now here the intensity is constant. So here on when we set it like this, then the intensity is kept constant. Intensity is constant. Constant. Then we study to this one. So we are having this, the different potentials are there, stopping potentials, when this is to be like this. So stopping potential is always negative. Now the fourth factor is the surface of the nature of the metal. Nature of metal. Suppose we take the different metals and then the intensity is kept constant and the frequency is varied. Then it is found that for different metals the stopping voltage is different. For different frequency, of incident radiation. The stopping voltage is different. Stopping voltage is different. So now if we use the different metals, suppose metal A, metal B like that, then we can have the graph like this one. This suppose we take. This is now your frequency. You can see on this side. and this is the stopping voltage. Stopping voltage. Then we are getting this like this one. This is now so much. This is metal A, and then we are getting like this. This is suppose metal B. So if we take the different metals, then we can see that the graphs are different. They are parallel to each other, but they are different. So this is what the effect of the metal. So for different metals, we are having the different stopping potentials, and also the incident frequency. This is frequency. This frequency, and these are the stopping voltages here. So for these stopping voltages, there will be no current at all. This is also gives you the measurement of this stopping voltage with the frequency. So this shows the fourth factor that affect the photoelectric effect. So these were the two remaining factors affecting the photoelectric effect. So you all like, share and subscribe the video. If you have any query, you write down in the comment box. I will answer the question. And study it very well. So thank you very much.